Welcome. In front of me is a OnePlus Pad Lite, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. So, honestly, let's start off by changing this garbage wallpaper. This is absolute cringe, so I just cannot look at this. Let's make something peaceful. Yes, both. Get rid of this trash. Cool. Yep, apply. And come on. Oh, come on, it's a wallpaper. You can apply it a little bit faster than that. There we go. Okay, so let's start off by opening up our settings, and we're gonna go down the list. So number one, wallpaper and style. Here we have a general section where you can customize the look and feel of your tablet. Now this includes themes, which you can download more of them. Check out your themes, but below that we have option to basically customize these options ourselves. So things like wallpapers, which I just already changed, fonts. Now here I only have a limited amount of fonts, but if you download more from things like Play Store, they will show up right here and you can choose between them. It also gives you a quick little example right here, text, to see how it will affect the actual text. You can change the sizes of it and stuff like that. And we have icons. So if you again have icon packs downloaded, they will also show up right here and you can quickly swap between them. Again, you have an example of them right up here. So we can just go through these, click, and you get automatically just an idea of how they will start looking. You also have additional customization, though this amount of customization that you can see right now is only available for the custom ones. So if I change it to something else, well, okay, never mind, it still retains all of these settings. Okay, so under custom we have a little bit more right here. So we have things like shapes and so on. Classic one has basically the same amount as all the other ones. So you can basically theme your device. Most of the time where you tried to change things like the icon shapes and stuff like that with icon packs, you would need to have normally a third-party launcher that would allow you to do this. But OnePlus has it built into their default launcher, which is pretty nice. Now last thing here is the colors, and this allows you to change the accent colors of things like the blue toggles right here, or all the icons in the settings that you have not listed right here. So let me go back, like these ones. So this will allow you to basically give it a nice little themed color. As an example, you have the option to change it to be based on the wallpaper that you are right now using, which would obviously incorporate the colors that we have right here into other accent colors like these ones, meaning that it would match a bit better. Now, I personally don't like this option myself, but it's up to you to use this, as most of the time if you change it to something, it makes it a little bit monotone, so most colors are about the same. And let's see if that's the case right here. Went too far. So you can see on the settings now all of the colors are exactly the same on the side, so it just makes it blend in my opinion. So I personally like it to be not the default one. Now anyway, let's move over to the home screen and lock screen, and in here we have home screen layout, we have drawer mode or classic one. I personally like the drawer mode, so that's what's selected right here, but you can change it to classic if you want all your applications that you have right here to be all on your home screen on multiple pages, similar to what iPhone does, or at least it did. Now in here we also should have a layout, or not apparently. Oh, that may be right here and I just missed it. No, I actually don't see the layout. Interesting. Okay, so apparently we don't have layout of icons anymore. Interesting. So let's move on. Now under display and brightness, you will find dark and light mode settings right here. Now, I believe you can choose those while going through the setup of your tablet, but later on, if you go into the settings after the setup, you actually have the option for schedule mode, which means that the device would be swapping between light and dark mode automatically, either from sunset to sunrise or on a custom timer, which might give you a nicer feel to the device. So if you pick it up at night, you will have dark mode, so you're not going to be getting flashbanged by your own tablet. Now, If we continue scrolling to notifications and quick settings, in here we have a very nice option which I personally really like, is the status bar. This allows you to get rid of unwanted icons from your status bar, specifically ones right here. So this option I think is a little bit more useful on phones, as phones has a bit more things like NFC and so on. So it's still nice that it's right here if you tend to use your device for a lot of different with different toggles like these ones. You can hide them away. So as an example, if you have your Wi-Fi always on, you should be able to hide it, or it looks like it's the only thing that I won't be able to hide. Amazing. Great. Let's see. So for instance, silent mode, I can get rid of it. Let's see what else we have right here that I can toggle on. Do not disturb mode, sure, turn on. Do we have... see what else we got. Okay, I actually... oh, there we go. I guess... no, that's shared, that's not a hotspot. So yeah, we don't have much that I can showcase here with, unfortunately. So the only thing I can do is like the do not disturb mode and silent mode, so you can hide it away. Now you also have the option to customize your battery. There's one that I personally like more, which is if we go in here, we can do the horizontal battery and then move the percentage inside of it. Again, just kind of giving us a cleaner look while retaining everything that the same kind of information. Now moving on, let's see, we have system and update, and in here we have system and navigation, and we have two different ways of navigating. We have the buttons, which are right now selected, and we have gestures, which is what I personally like, but I don't care to learn it. I already know how to use it. So there we go. We can now enable gestures, and you can see if you have never used it, I highly recommend it. It's a pretty nice way of navigating through your device, a bit more intuitive, and also gives you a bit more real estate with your screen, as all the content is now not obstructed by the buttons. Anyway, additionally here we have things like hide gesture bar. I don't know if this is enabled by default or not, but you might want to turn it on. It serves no purpose. If you turn it off, you have this bar at the bottom right here, kind of like iPhones do, so you can hide it away. It, like I said, retains full functionality with it visible or not, so there is really no purpose for it to be visible. The only difference is, chances are, let's see, nope, never mind. So we don't have circle to search by the looks of it. So yeah, there is no difference if it's on or off. Typically, if you have circle to search, if you hide it away, you can't use that feature. Yeah, that's about it. So anyway, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.